President Biden visits Ukraine in a surprise visit that nobody knew about as air raid sirens go off in the city while he's there. And North Korea fires new multiple missiles as a warning to Americans. We'll go over all that here in this video. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos so we can get the word out here. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Let's jump right in. So President Biden made, as you can see here, a surprise visit, a very dangerous visit to Kyiv, Ukraine, just 4 days before the 1 year anniversary of the war. This is a very, very, very dangerous time because, well, Russia is expected to do something big here potentially on the 1 year anniversary. And you can see some pictures here of President Biden with President Zelensky in Kyiv, Ukraine. You can also see some other headlines here. Biden makes some surprise trip to Ukraine ahead of Russian invasion anniversary. You can see him pictured here at the Capitol there in front of St. Michael's Golden Dome Monastery. You can see him there with both of the two presidents there with armed guards. They had the entire capital city pretty much on lockdown, and while he was there, air raid sirens. Yeah. Also, you can see here Politico saying one of the most decisive moments of his presidency, Biden heads to troubled Europe. This was actually before it was announced that he was even in Ukraine. Heading to the doorstep of war, Biden will talk up what the U.S. can do as Europe laments what it can't do. Yeah. And in addition to this, we also have North Korea making fresh threats. U.S. bombers fly after ICBM test. Take a look at what just happened.
Now to that breaking news from the Korean Peninsula, where officials say North Korea just launched at least 2 ballistic missiles just over 24 hours after launching a long-range missile. This comes after American and South Korean fighter jets conducted joint exercises ahead of larger planned drills this week. Here's ABC's Britt Clennett from Hong Kong.
Tonight, North Korea launching 2 more missiles just 24 hours after test firing this intercontinental missile. North Korean television showing new video of that first missile as it launched Saturday. State media also reporting it flew for more than an hour and travelled more than 600 miles before landing in the sea off Japan's west coast. Today's launch following an ominous warning from North Korea. Kim Yo-jong, Kim Jong-un's sister, threatening a powerful and overwhelming response to what North Korea considers hostile moves against it. Overnight, the US and South Korea flying bombers and stealth fighter jets in formation in response to North Korea's provocative launch.
Lindsay, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, along with his South Korean and Japanese counterparts tonight, urging the international community to issue more sanctions against North Korea after these new provocations.
Yeah, so North Korea has now fired 2 more ballistic missiles off the East Coast here on Monday, with this Kim Jong-un's sister saying the firing range would depend on the behavior of U.S. forces. The launch comes just 2 days after North Korea fired another ballistic missiles into the sea off of Japan's west coast, prompting the United States to hold joint air exercises with South Korea and separately with Japan on Sunday. North Korea's state media confirmed it fired 2 projectiles from a multiple rocket launcher and aimed the target about 245 miles and 209 miles away. The 600 mm multiple rocket launcher mobilized in the firing is a means of tactical nuclear weapon capable of paralyzing an enemy airfield, state news agency said. Yeah. Japan's defense ministry said the two missiles launched around 2200 GMT time reached a maximum altitude of around 100 kilometers and fell outside Japan's exclusive economic zone. Yeah, and get this, prospects for a new round of United Nations sanctions appear slim given the previous vetoes by guess who? Russia and China. Imagine that. So, yeah, does it seem odd that Russia, China, and North Korea all team up together? Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's all like, guess we all hate America, so we're all on the same team? Does that sound right to you? Yeah. So, I don't know, but things are getting a little high risk here in 2023. We thought that 2021 would be better after 2020. Then we thought maybe 2022 would be better after 2021. And now we are here in 2023. And I don't know, it doesn't really seem like the years that go by are getting any better. You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. And this comes after China was literally just mocking us. You can see the headlines here. Top China diplomat mocks the U.S. response to the China balloon that China admitted was there as, quote, hysterical, saying, he said China asked the U.S. to handle the balloon calmly and professionally, but the U.S. disregards these facts. The Biden administration has rejected Chinese assertions that the balloon was intended to conduct meteorological research. Instead, conducting the balloon was designed for surveillance. This, I would say, is absurd and hysterical. He claimed the U.S. abused its use of force and violated international customary practice. Wang argued that many balloons fly throughout the world, asking U.S. officials, do you want to down every one of them? Shooting down the balloon shows U.S. weakness instead of strength. He said, adding the U.S. should be more sincere in its approach to China and reverse the negative effect that the incident had on the relationship between the two countries. And then don't forget, the US here just basically within like the past day or so warned China not to send weapons to Russia for the Ukraine war, which for all we know, they could already be doing. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think China is secretly sending weapons to Russia? Do you think there's shipments going over? I mean, remember how many shipments that China sends to us? They're probably sending, I mean, just remember how many products come from China. So you know that they're sending shipments to Russia that are products. Are some of those shipments secretly weapons? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments, because they certainly could be, and they could just be disguised as products, but inside those products are not really products. Would we even know? Would we even know? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. How would we know? How would we know? I mean, they could get delivered to Moscow. Would the U.S. know? It's a good question. China could have been supplying them for the last 6 months, for all we know. It's a good question. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments, and I'll keep you up to date here with everything. All I know is that tensions between Russia, China, and North Korea are not good at all. And all three of those countries have nuclear weapons. And we know what just a single nuclear weapon could do. And we don't want a nuclear weapon exchange with anybody. It's literally the worst thing that could ever happen. So we need to find a way to just bring the tensions down and really a way to end the Ukraine-Russian war. But Ukraine doesn't want to give up their country, and Russia doesn't want to end the war without taking part of Ukraine. So at this point, the war is nowhere close to ending. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll keep you up to date here. Thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's completely free to subscribe. And here's some videos you can watch next. You can click here to see the Russian bombers that Russia just sent towards the United States. Or you can click this video to see the new vaccine data and what Dr. Fauci just said. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.